Alright, this is a recap video for lesson 4 Pathfinder. So in this video, I'm going to go through each and every of the shape modes and Pathfinders and what it does. So the first one is Unite. So when you have more than one object or one shape, you can select all the objects and press Unite, and it will combine the shapes into a single path or single shape. Same thing if you have more than 2 objects, you can select everything and hit Unite, you will get one single path, one single shape. Right, and minus front. For minus front, it will take every single frontal object. Doesn't matter if you have 1 or 2. Let's switch this color so that you can see like each layer. It will use all the frontal objects and cut out the most behind object or shape, just like this. Okay, so if you have, let's say, another shape here, and you select everything, these 3 shapes will cut out the most back object or shape. Alright, so intersect. For intersect, any parts that has intersection or overlapping, if you apply intersect, you will get the parts that is overlapping. And meanwhile, for exclude, it's just like intersect but the opposite. You will only get the parts that is not overlapping. Okay, and please take note, once you use this exclude or any other Pathfinder modes that I'm going to show you later, you need to ungroup it after you have applied the shape modes of Pathfinder. For example, in this shape, there are actually 2 shapes. Okay, so you need to press Ctrl-Shift-G or Command-Shift-G to ungroup the shapes so that you can move them around separately. Alright, now let's go to the second part, which is Pathfinder. So the difference between shape modes and Pathfinder is that in shape modes, if you notice, if you have multiple colors objects, at the end, your result will always remain with one single color. Okay, so for example, let me undo for a while. So let's say I have 3 separate colors. So after we've applied all the modes, you will see that it will always remain with one single color. Okay, and meanwhile for Pathfinder, it will not affect the color. For example, let's go through and you understand. Okay, divide. If I have 3 objects here, alright, so each one of them is overlapping each other. If I select all the objects and hit divide, you see nothing will happen unless you ungroup it. Alright, I'll ungroup this, and you can see it divides each and every parts, including the parts that's overlapping, like this. And you can see the color will not change. This will be the green, blue, and yellow still. Alright, they will not change the color or affect the colors. Next one, trim. Let's apply trim to all 3 objects and ungroup it so that we can take out each pieces. So this is just like divide, except it will not cut out any overlapping parts within the shapes. Alright, you will get whatever you see here. So if you see this shape is like this, they overlap like this, then you will get the exact shape that you see. Alright, next one, merge. So for merge, if you have 2 objects of the same color, alright, so I have 1 object, 2 objects of the same color, and another object which is this purple color. So let's apply merge to this shape. So you will see merge is just like trim, but if there are any similar colors, same colors, it will unite together and combine. So let's demo again. So let's say I have this color here and this color here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will unite these both shapes because they have the same color and these 2 colors, and then they will apply a trim. Let's see what happened. Apply merge and ungroup it. So this has become one object, and they have applied a trim. They will cut out the shape like this. Alright. Okay, now next, crop. So for crop, the way crop work is that you have one shape at the most front. Alright, I'm going to use this shape here. I'm going to use that outline so that it's easier for you to see. So let's put this shape around here. So you need to treat this shape as if it's a cookie cutter. So you want to cut all the shapes at the back and fit into this triangle. Okay, let's try this. Select everything and press crop. So you can see all the shapes that is within this triangle will be shown inside here, the triangle. All right, so that's crop. You need to have an object in front. You need to have an object in front here, okay, to be used as the crop or the cookie cutter, the cropping object. All right, let's do that again. Crop, like this. Okay, the second last, outline. So with outline, let's try it. Select all three objects and hit outline. So first thing you'll see a lot of all these weird lines. This is a bug, a glitch. Okay, we need to apply a single stroke so that we can see the result. And if we ungroup this, you can see that this is just like divide, except that it cuts out based on the outline and the path, like this. All right, it will chop up every single path into one single line path, like this. All right, this is outline. And the last one, minus back. This is the exact opposite of minus front. Okay, let's see what happened. So it will use whatever at the back, right? Anything at the back to cut out the object in front. This is the exact same thing, but opposite of minus front. So let's see how you can fully utilize the Pathfinder to create shapes like this cloud here. So this cloud here is made out of many separate circle shapes, like this. So if you select everything and you hit unite, you'll get one single cloud like this. Okay, unite. So you can easily create shapes like this without having to use pen tool and draw everything manually. Okay, next shape that we're going to try is this one. Okay, let's say I want to create this tube with a hole in the middle. So I'm going to start with creating an oval shape at the top and bottom, and then a square shape in the center, like this. Let me copy this for later. Okay, I'm going to unite so that I get one single shape. And with this shape, I'm going to put this, let's say, in front. I'm going to make it smaller. Let me show. I'm going to make this smaller. And now I have an object in front. I want to cut this out. So there are a few modes that you can use. So for example, maybe I want to cut out whatever there's overlapping. So I might want to use exclude. Okay, you can use exclude, but that will change the color. So you have to change back to the other color. Or you can use either minus front or minus back. So in this case, I want to cut out whatever that's from in front. So I'll use minus back. Hold on, not minus back. Let me try again. Okay, you can use minus front. Okay, so you get similar result. So you just have to color pick the right color again. Okay, so let's do it again for this one. Let's try out whether we should use, how about minus back? So if you choose both of these, okay, nothing will happen. So let's put this in front. Okay, so this will work. So you have to use, if you want to use minus back, remember, it will cut out the frontal object using all the objects behind. So in that case, just now I have to put it behind. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the next part, which is align. Okay, so for aligning objects very quickly, let's say I want to centerize every single shape to the center like this. You can either use the Smart Guide, okay, by going to View, Smart Guides, and then you can use the lines, the pink color line that you see, to help you arrange everything to the center like this. Or you can save a lot of time by just using the alignment tool you can find on top of here. Or you can go to the Align panel, and then you can press Align Center, Align Left, or Align Right. There are three modes of alignment to align. You can align to the artboard, align to the selection, or align to key object. So for aligning to selection, it will align based on all your selections only. For example, if you want to align to the center, it will calculate based on all this object, where is the center, the average center. if you want to align them to the center of this artboard, you have to select Align to Artboard and then hit Align to the center, left or right to the artboard. Alright, so this is the same. If you want to align everything horizontally like this, you can use this as well. Alright, okay, now for the bottom part, you can align, you can distribute your object equally. For example, I'm going to distribute all this equally across the artboard. So you can do that as well using the distribute object. The center, it means that it will distribute based on the center point of each object. So when you have objects with multiple size, different sizes like this, let's say different sizes like this, and if you distribute center, you can see that each gap is different. The reason why is when you select distribute from the center, that means it's the center of each one of this circle. And if you select distribute from the top, that means it will calculate from the top of this circle to the top of this circle to the top of this circle. The distance will be equal. All right. And now the last one I'm going to show you is the key object mode. When you select all the objects, let's redo it. Okay, let's say I want every object to align specifically to the center of this yellow circle. To do that, you can select all the objects, hit on Align to Key Object, and left click on the yellow object. So you can see this outline here. That means when you hit Align horizontal align center, it will align to that key object. All right, so that's the basic of alignment and also distribution. So when you have an image, let's say an object, okay, object or image, you want to center these objects to the center of the artboard very quickly. So you don't have to just manually put it there and waste time. Okay, you can just select this artboard. You can use the top part here. And now you have a center object in the center of the artboard. All right, so this will be the recap video for lesson 4, Pathfinder, and also alignment.